All right, here, we'll do another practice. All right, enough of this. For the last time,
I'm doing
the
summary
this week.
That part?
This was so garbage.
No, that's great.
That's perfect.
Good job, Devin. Perfect.
Fantastic.
No, in his defense, the first time you said it, I also thought we were starting from the very, very top.
No, we've not. Why are we? No, the rest of that doesn't need practice.
Why is this hard?
I don't understand you.
All right, I think we should do one more real one. Otherwise, we're gonna get sloppy.
From
All
the
right.
very, very top, I believe.
No, why?
Okay.
No, we're just doing the hard part. We're just doing the hard part.
We're just doing the hard.
This is like the TikTok bullshit game where you have to like be on the same sync with somebody when clapping or some fuck like that. No. All right.
No, I'm sorry. I'm reading
tuned
Jordy's
out.
changes. Yeah, I have to. I need to read Jordy's changes because apparently I'm not good enough for him anymore. Okay, are we ready?
No.
Well, we have to wait for Christian to lead us in on the real one. So,
Oh, right. We already synced. Time to read the summary.
well, hold on there, Cheesehead. I called it this week.
No. We all agreed it was my turn this week.
You did one last week.
How do you even remember last week?
All right, enough of this. For the last time,
I'm doing the summary this
week.
Oh, that was actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Quiet you.
What is, hello? What?
No, that meme's dead. Dylan, cut that.
Dylan already cut that. Dylan live edited that one.
Christian, you actually are doing the summary. You know that, right?
Oh. well, kids. Luffy has really done it this time. He's punched Charlos back to the manga panels, and now the Marines have the whole building surrounded. With no way of turning back, the crew works together to beat up the guards, save our fishy friends, and get the hell out of there. Usopp even doubles down on the situation by teabagging Rosword on the way in. Just when things seem bleak, as Sharia points her gun at Kami, Raleigh comes in clutch once more and knocks her out with his haki. He then moves on to knock out all the remaining goons in the room and even manages to rip Kami's collar off without even the slightest discomfort. Eustace Kid offers his generosity as he tells everyone to sit back while he takes care of the Marines, but Luffy and Law don't like being told what to do or being upstaged. Unfortunately for the Marines, they're now going to become victims of the supernova beatdown. Luffy does his rubber boy thing, even shows off a little with third gear. Kid makes a mess of things with his magnetism powers, and Law, oh boy, how do I explain this? Basically, Law is a Jujutsu Kaisen prototype, and with his domain expansion, he can do whatever he wants to pour souls in his range. I'm talking chop up your buddy, and then to shits and giggles, he can attach your butt to his face and reassign your legs as your buddy's arms, all while dribbling your head like a basketball. Room OP. Anyway, as the second wave of reinforcements arrive, the three crews decide it's time to escape. The Straw Hats make their way out thanks to the Rosy Life Riders, and the other two were not so lucky. The Hardened Kid Pirates have the unfortunate fate of running into Bartholomew Kuma, who attacks them with a laser from his mouth. Oh, by the way, while all this was happening, Admiral Kizaru's making his way over to the island.
Christian, did you write this?
I did
a
not.
Pretty good job.
Yeah, no, that was actually really good.
We need more Justin and Christian team ups. You did a really.
I wrote this Christian reading though. My boy, he's got finesse.
You did a really good job translating this man's madness.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He needs more commas. You know, it makes it very difficult to read.
There are a lot of run-on sentences.
You know what? That's fair. We appreciate you, Christian.
But anyway, this is a One Piece podcast, which predominantly what happened in these episodes is we basically just got to see Law and Kid do Law and Kid things. Was like
Show off.
the absolute majority of these episodes.
Law showing off his OP ass power.
Is it OP? It's funny.
Are you gonna tell me it's not OP?
We don't really see him do.
He juggles the body parts of Marines.
Will the real fanboys please sit down now? Just
Wow.
Christian and Devin for a minute.
Oh,
So
boy.
what is your impression of Law's room powers? What do you feel like are its limitations? What do you think of it as I guess in terms of like combat capability?
It doesn't make sense how it could be effective in combat, but it is. Like it doesn't seem like he's actually hurting them though. It's a very passive power.
Well, the idea here is that the combat capability is that he can incapacitate them by rooting around and like just mixing up their body parts, or just straight up like stealing them. And
So what happens if he turns off room while they're still connected or disconnected? Do they just fucking die?
No, we kind of saw a glimpse of that. You can only, okay, I don't want to get specific, but he did take the room away and they stayed jumbled up. Like remember when he was throwing his head around, right? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Right.
he didn't have room still up with the one guy, but then also, I mean, even in the big group, like they're all running around with each other's body parts attached to them briefly.
Right. Like a disgusting monster from fucking the island.
Yeah.
This man can literally make the human centipede, but real life.
No, I was thinking of what's that game with where the plane crashes and you're literally just like a guy with
Oh,
a
the
lighter and a
forest.
hat. Yeah, the forest.
Oh,
I
it's
just
like oh man,
They're
dude.
like the walking effigies you make in that game.
yeah.
Dear God,
But,
that
like,
makes way too much
I'm
sense.
curious to see how it like the effects of after he leaves the area. Like, can they just go like buggy and just click it back on?
I was
or
gonna
something
say,
like
I was
that?
gonna say that Law's power is like buggies, but applied to other people.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just the inverse buggy.
He's just reverse buggy or something like that, or buggy with extra steps. Like I don't. It's pretty funny though. I mean,
It do be that way.
makes for good gags.
There's also this question, which is, so we have the room ability. I'm going to just call it the room fruit for now. We have the
I'm
door fruit. Where's the house fruit?
Oh no! Wait, we got to build
Or
more.
what about
There's got to be
apartment fruit?
there's got to be more steps here though. Like houses are made up of more than just doors and rooms. You know, like we got windows, we got floors.
Mirrors.
We got walls.
I'm gonna make a call right now and say that Law's power or fruit is the mix fruit.
The mix fruit. So his power is exclusive to just like mixing fuckers up, and then that's like his shtick.
Yeah,
But if that's the case, I feel like it would be very much in his character to be like a DJ and not a swordsman. So I don't think it's the mixed fruit, because that would be too much of a you could not mix on that or mess up with that record scratch like mix fruit. You know,
Every time he cuts somebody, it's just a record scratch.
yeah. Like think
Oh,
about
man,
it.
what?
That is a theme.
You know what's crazy? Devin doesn't know, but he's theory crafting for something.
Quiet you.
stop it.
Instead,
You got to be careful when you give him those leads, my guy. But I will say that honestly, even if his powers are limited to just like moving fuckers around and rejumbling them, that's just fucking annoying to me,
Don't
man.
get me wrong.
Like,
It seems like it's more of an annoying power. Like,
yeah, like it's one of those powers where it's like the slow beam. Like when you get caught in it, there's not a whole lot you can do, right?
it's not like, you know, like Law's ability where it's like, oh, I have a sword being thrown at me. Like it's like, haha, got your nose. It's the advanced version of being an uncle with nieces and nephews, and you just grab their nose and go, ha, I got it.
Yeah,
I got your nose. Better yet, I'm gonna switch your noses, and they'll be like, Uncle Law, not again.
Now, if there's devastating consequences to the people after he leaves, then I'll be like, that's
they're
fucking
just
metal.
stuck like that forever.
I don't think we have an answer yet, but when I first saw these episodes, I just like to think that even though the effects may not, this is always my thought, they might not be permanent, but you will never go back to normal until you actively put your shit back together, is always how I thought about it when I first saw this dude. But that's just me.
But is it confirmed?
As in, you have to put your own pieces back together.
Correct. That's how I always interpreted
Shit,
it by
that's the
this
most
point in the
scary version
story.
of Legos I've ever heard of.
Oh,
Right,
God.
yeah. Like he turns your bodies into Legos. He like breaks reality, and then the only way for you to go back to normal is to basically put yourself back together or have somebody do it for you. And then
Also,
like
did his sword grow throughout the episode? Like, I noticed like it was like its size.
I
like,
agree. I want to say that was like just anime point of view kind of stuff.
managing perspective in a drawing is very difficult.
Yeah, the perspective part. Yeah.
They probably had two different key animators doing two different scenes, and they couldn't, get the right measurements out. I don't think they were going through a ruler and going, does that match up mine? No, they were both in their own little corners, writing or drawing their own swords, and it happened to be different.
Like, did the Koreans come back with their sections yet? They'd be like, yeah, they just got in.
Why is it the size of a skyscraper?
Oh no, we got bought by Mappa.
We only have 2 days to put this out. Go, go, go. It doesn't matter anymore.
To kind of get it back on track, though, I really did like Kid's ability.
Yeah, dude. I love Kid's ability.
Magneto.
Watching him make the super Gundam arm-like thing out of all the weapons,
dog.
and then watching his and Luffy's fists slowly flying, that was...
I'm actually surprised you're more receptive of Kid's power than Law's. But I also want to add a question I recently asked myself after realizing Kid's power in the universe is in. How do you feel about just him having one of the more normal powers, or in my opinion, a normal power? Like his seems less extravagant or outrageous.
Energy.
Yeah, less One Piece energy. Yeah, more mainstream.
I like it less One Piece energy because a lot of the ones that we've been getting so far don't make any goddamn sense. This one, I just go, okay, Magneto, got it.
He pulled the metal.
On top of that,
He pulled metal.
He pulled metal, he pushed metal. We got this.
Full Metal Alchemist.
a question I recently asked myself was, how do you feel about Law having this magnetism power in a world
Law
that
doesn't have the
Nope, that's
magnetism
Kid.
power.
is it
You guys keep messing this up, and I've been ignoring it,
What?
but no longer. You guys keep mixing up Kid and Law.
I said Kid earlier.
No, you also said Law in terms of magnetism as well, but
It's okay.
I let it
we
go.
all know what we're doing. We all know what we're doing. Justin, continue the thought.
So how do you feel about Kid having this magnetism power in a world where in our modern world, magnetism would be broken as shit. In the One Piece world where there's far less technology and metal around.
Think about this, Justin. What are boats held together with?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Nails. Nails are made of
What do you
metal.
mean?
Super glue.
We saw the whole shipwright arc. We've seen this.
What's that tape? Flex tape? Flex tape.
It's just held together with duct tape and Flex Seal.
And
The
dreams.
magnetism ability has limitless possibilities, especially in
Well, I mean, it doesn't have limitless possibilities. It has a very hard limit of there's no metal around.
Or non-magnetic substances, blah, blah, blah. But I'm actually surprised to hear you think that Kid's power would be OP even in this universe.
it's just because everyone you see everyone using guns and swords.
No, yeah, I agree though. The just about anywhere he's relevant, he's going to go. There's going to be metal in some capacity, whether it's the swords and guns that the Marines are wielding, or like Devin pointed out, if he wanted to literally rip a boat apart nail by nail, he could do that. So
I just think that the fact that he makes a fucking Gundam arm with his power is just always way too cool.
I love it.
It's so good, dude. It's a very visually appealing thing.
he saw where Luffy was going with his power, and he was not to be outdone.
Make yourselves comfortable. This will be over before you know it.
Now, third gear. Go below! I start running. This is the arm of a giant.
Stand your ground! Don't even blink, men! Just aim! And fire at will!
But Brigadier General, sir! Our weapons! They're flying away!
What? But how?
Watching them all three slowly come out like bickering with each other, I was like, this is nice.
Yeah,
I agree.
We're setting up some rivals for a change. Instead of just having bad guy of the week, we have some not bad guy, but just
Of the week? What? Of the year?
Bad guy of the
Yeah, of
week,
the
but
year.
in 300 episodes.
Well, I don't think any of these guys will be bad guys. Although maybe I don't know. Do you guys feel like out of all of the supernovas you've seen so far that any of them are going to become villain of the week at the rate we're going? You do think that? Which ones? I got to know.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Kid does, but
Okay,
all right.
that's fair.
I guess the idea of villain, he's not going. None of them. All right, not any of them, but Kid specifically, I don't think it's going to end up being like an arc villain where we have to this is the guy we're specifically aiming to beat, like a Wapple or the guy we just fought, bowling pin shallot guy,
Gecko Moria.
Moria. Thank you.
Shallot guy.
Shallot guy. I'm channeling my inner Luffy here.
It's the best way to describe him, honestly.
Truly. I don't think Kid or Law are going to end up like that, but I could see one of the random other supernovas being that way, especially like the Shandorian, or maybe even the Two Elbows guy are the two that
Puma
stick out in my head.
Apu.
Really?
Apu. Just because those two just seem like assholes who would just pick a fight, you know?
I'm less surprised by your prediction of the other supernovas that weren't featured. I'm more so surprised that, considering that Kid has the highest bounty because he's just like ruthless to civilians, that you don't hold that same impression of him as like, yeah, the other guys could be flavor of the week.
I don't feel like we're gonna end up running into a situation like that though in the show. Like it feels like just a way a reason we were given for his bounty to be higher than Luffy's, and that's it. I don't feel like we're gonna randomly stumble up across Kid annihilating an entire island's worth of civilians because they laughed at his dream, as we learned about in these episodes.
Yeah, so to kind of chime in myself, so I don't see Law, or Kid, and Bonnie being more like a rival versus like a villain to these goons.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones, like the guy that did the fortune telling,
Basil Hawkins has like fucking serial killer horror movie villain vibes.
Hawkins is like a neutral bystander to me. He just wants to see what Luffy is gonna do at this point.
But that's the thing, is like it's like a observer who's plotting his, I don't know how he's gonna take him out. That's the way I interpret it. But the other thing I noticed is that I don't think Kid's, because of now we know what Kid's power is, I don't think the reason why he hurt all those people, like civilians in fights, is because he intended to, because we already witnessed how he does it. Because, you know, when he pulls makes the Super Gundam arm, literally like everyone inside is like dodging the swords and everything. So I think the only reason why he's considered so dangerous for that aspect of it is not because he's intentionally going out of his way to murk civilians. He's like, hey, yo, I'm gonna need all your metal. And then all of a sudden, like, people get caught in the middle of magnetism because, you know.
Devin brings up a valid point.
I like where your head's at for the sympathetic rival, but counterpoint, his second in command's name is Killer. and his weapons are very serial killer-esque.
Well, maybe Killer will defect, and then we'll have an arc where we help Kid go after Killer. Then
Killer
maybe
defects. You're an animal.
I'm an animal. We don't know anything about these people.
And I still know he's never gonna defect. Are you kidding me?
Killer definitely, when I first ran into him, he had the most mysterious persona and I guess design because of the mask and his odd choice of weaponry. And that was something I was kind of drawn to. I was like, I don't know what it is about you, but I'm intrigued.
But I mean, I think we've talked enough probably about Kid and Law, unless either of you guys have any other main topics you want to discuss.
I love
on
Law.
the table.
All right, well, Dylan,
Law's
cut that. Dylan, you know what to do.
Let it be known that Justin's only been a Law fan for like a month.
Shut up. They don't even know that. Shut up.
Okay.
This kid was a huge non-Law.
Shut up. It didn't take me 1,000 episodes to become a fan of this character. Shut up.
He was like, this guy, and then one thing happened involving Law, and he went, wait a minute. This guy.
Wait.
This guy's onto something.
Hold up. He's painting a very inaccurate picture of me.
And somehow I'm willing to believe him more than you.
All I'm saying, Law will be, present in the future here and there. And I'll admit, I did not, pay that much attention to him as a character. I was
really?
like, oh,
The thing in the laboratory didn't convince you? It convinced me. It convinced a lot of people. You slept on that.
Listen, you bring up a point. I may or may not admit to the fact that I may or may not have actually watched that arc, whether, through skipping or mindless, quote unquote, watching. All I'm saying is I didn't give him the valid attention he needed and required and, deserved. And after 1,000 episodes / chapters, I was like, oh shit, this is a really cool character.
Why did it take that long?
I think I know what's happening here. Justin isn't talking to Christian or Devin. He's talking to the fans. He's letting them know that he disrespected Law for the longest time. And for the people that understand him as a full-fledged character in current or like series standards. He's just telling them sorry. It has nothing to do with
this
you
is
guys.
good. I think Justin needed to be taken down a peg in the eyes of the listeners too.
Exactly.
He's become somewhat of a deity, I think.
Release your own solo cast, you coward.
People like an underdog.
Like an underdog. So anyway, moving on to Rayleigh. There was actually like a very non-zero amount of screen time devoted to Rayleigh.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
Ripping this collar off of Kami. I think it was like literally like an episode and a half was just devoted to Rayleigh like big chillin' in the auction house being like, yes.
I think it was just the first episode, but
okay, maybe I'm wrong.
I'm out of booze.
I do have a question.
Same.
Was there so Rayleigh like comes to the stage through a hole in the stage in the wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was there a scene depicting that hole in the wall being formed?
Yeah, it was when Zoro did it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the same slash that busts open Kami's fishbowl.
Tank. Okay. Because I guess I missed that part. I forgot about it. So when Rayleigh knocks out Shaudria, and then they panel to the hole in the wall, Rayleigh walking out of it, I'm here like, did his hockey just blow a hole in the wall?
I mean, to be fair, that sounds just as likely.
Why are you surprised?
Yeah, why are you surprised?
Yeah.
Because
You know who this character is.
Yes,
better than us.
It's been a long time, Christian. I think people keep forgetting that. I'm not Brendan, who's seen the series multiple times.
You were devoting all of your time to reconciling your feelings for Law. I forgot. Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
All I'm saying was I missed, the Zoro's, unintended, effects, and I was like, did Rayleigh just fucking blow a hole in the wall with his mind?
See, I'm more confused and curious about the fact of how did he rip the collar off without harming her?
That is a great fucking question, Devin.
Details.
Is it just really fast? Was it a devil fruit?
I don't have an answer for you, and I don't know if you'll ever get one.
How did he know to do that?
If it helps you, there's not only one way of doing it. Law does the same thing.
Yeah, Law did his, but like off screen.
Law uses his fruit.
Do we know that? Did he like save room and then do it? Or
no, but I feel like it's kind of obvious.
I mean, I agree with you. Like, it's more likely that he was room, but we don't know.
I think what Devin's getting at, one of the charms of this particular spot in these episodes, is that we saw two collars come off. One clearly because we saw how Law's power semi works, came off via devil fruit, and Devin as a watcher gets to sit idly by and be like, "Ooh, is this more hockey shit, or was it a devil fruit?"
The two ways they do it are fundamentally different because what's his name? Raleigh Silvers. Rayleigh, whatever. He touches the collar. It starts beeping, and then for dramatic effect, he waits a couple extra seconds and then rips it off, and it explodes behind him. So that
was just him flexing.
Him touching still triggers the collar, but Law never touches the collar at any point because it gets dropped on the ground where it does nothing.
Yeah, but Rayleigh was just flexing his skills. He said, "Touch." Want to watch this, kids?
Well, maybe Rayleigh knew something mechanically about the collars, where he's like, okay, on like the third tick, I gotta rip it off and blah blah blah.
Maybe this isn't his first time with them.
I don't.
That's definitely true.
I don't. Why are we making a big deal of this? The Law used his power. I don't think this is a discussion point. Although I did just remember he like in the final like panel or I don't know scene of shot what have you of the last episode we watched,
like a Rasengan thing.
Yeah, he had the spinny in his head. You know, the technical term.
As far as I can explain.
Yeah, I can tell you that's like the weird animation that sometimes it has more levitation off of his hand, but that little spinny rotation is what it looks like before he makes a room.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is. But Rayleigh saves Kami. Everyone's happy. Everyone's thrilled. In fact, no one's ever been more thrilled than these folks. The auction house, the dude's name is Disco, which I was not expecting to get a name drop in these episodes.
We got this date weeks ago.
Yeah, when we first met him.
Okay, I'm an idiot then. But he's calling Doflamingo, who is like, yeah, dude, I own the auction house, but I ain't doing shit no more. I'm done with that business. I've got
it's
a new
yours
business now.
No, don't ever call me again.
Slavery was last week.
Now it's all about smiles.
Yeah, he said smiles. What do you guys think that's about?
It's drugs.
It's drugs.
It's drugs.
It's the One Piece equivalent of drugs. But the only other major topics we saw Law's, I guess, presumed number 2, 3, the bear, the Beppo.
Beppo has number 2 energy. The other 2 goons are with him are like.
Beppo's a vibe, though, isn't he?
Love Beppo.
Mhm.
Beppo is pretty
He
sweet.
feels like he's like the Chopper vibe of his crew.
Yeah.
He very much so, except he seems to have more fighting prowess, I guess. But
He
it's
just
also
lacks a little bit of self-esteem, I think. I don't know. He gets real shy.
He lacks gusto.
Yeah.
One of I think it was not Charlos's, but the older guys.
Yeah,
slaves, the big dude that they were dragging around. Law was like, it's free real estate. You want to join me?
He was like, anything but being a slave. Just get the collar off of me. He was like, say less.
But why? Look at that! He set St. Roswald slave free! I don't know how he uncuffed him, but stop that guy!
Captain John Bart. Care to come along with me and my crew?
It's been a long time since anyone's called me by that name.
Pirate Captain John Bart.
Yeah, his name's Jean Bart. He was clearly a captain that Law recognized. And then Beppo, as soon as he joins, Beppo's like, hey, by the way, you're the new guy. I outrank you, okay? He's, sure.
Had established the chain of command.
Bart is still on this, like, as long as I'm not a slave, you can call me whatever you want. I don't know. I'm fine.
You're the new guy, so you rank under me, okay? Long as I'm not a slave, fine by me.
Kuma showed up. Kizaru, which we finally, I guess now we can say we now seen all 3 of them to some small extent.
We've only seen
Kinda.
fractions of his face, though.
But he's got a really bright yellow banana suit.
Need to see his eyes.
I gotta say, I was kind of bummed to see Kuma because I thought like that laser that hit him or hit a kid in the leg was gonna be from Kizaru, but then I was like, oh, it's just Kuma. And Crystal again walked in and saw Kuma again and was like, what the fuck is going on? And she goes, oh wait, never mind, I remember this.
She's like, oh wait, I remember you. I don't like you.
That time Kuma used solar beam.
I got a question now. Let's say it was actually Kizaru instead of Kuma. How the fuck is Kizaru making a laser?
Because he's the lightning based one.
We don't know. We don't know what his power is.
Well, I know where he's getting at. I guess he's saying like if we assumed that it was Kizaru, like what would you have guessed his power would be if that was indeed Kizaru?
I mean, like, no, I'm not aiming for that specifically. I'm just here like, how the fuck is Kizaru if it's actually him instead of Kuma in this, hypothetical situation? How the fuck is he shooting a laser?
With whatever power he has that we don't know about yet.
Yeah.
It could be literally anything. It's just One Piece.
I don't know. I was just curious, and Devin
you can have
just
the blanket fruit for all I care. It's
okay. All right. Well, at the risk of raising Christian's blood level even higher, before we get Kizaru in action, do you want to take a stab at what you think this guy's powers might be?
No.
No. Okay. That's why I said at the risk.
He has the blanket fruit.
Blood.
I don't know.
What the fuck is a blanket fruit?
I don't know. You tell me. You could put any word. You could say any word twice,
and it's a fruit power.
I was just getting at the point. I was like, "Yo, did Devin just think Kizaru's gonna have a fucking laser gun on him?" I was like, "Why'd you think it was Kizaru?"
No. Once I saw Kuma shoot a laser out his goddamn mouth.
Yeah,
that's
please.
the robot part. Remember, that's the robot part.
Anyone could be a robot, apparently.
Well, that's fair too. But I'm just saying the laser beam from Kuma is the robot parts. Don't forget, those are the robot parts.
I know.
Okay.
But
those are not pop powers.
He's the Iron
Kizaru
Giant.
could have robot parts too. We didn't see the full body. We only saw like a fraction of his face and like his back.
Dude, he's got Terminator eyes. I'm calling it now.
Wait, Kizaru does?
Yeah,
oh
exactly.
My God.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're not talking about Kuma. What the fuck?
We're way too lost in the sauce. We need to move on.
I lost the thread.
Is Kuma also going to have hard eyes underneath those sunglasses?
Dude, I'm just telling you, it's what's his name, long lost brother. What's his fucking name? But Django.
Django Unchained.
Django Unchained. Stop, I hate you. Kid's other 2 goons looked pretty fucking freaky. You got Voodoo Doll guy who breathes fire and Cockroach Man. I'm so glad this made the list of miscellaneous topics because this was also in the dub for me and I thought it was hilarious. There's a Marine that explains to Sengoku what's going on at the human auction house, but then he like corrects himself and goes like, I mean, mean the employment office. yes, of course, the place where we give employment to people. That's what that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the only other big exposition we got was, of course, Doflamingo explaining that he's being called to action by the world government. It's going to be the warlords and the Marines versus Whitebeard.
And then Kuma showed up on the archipelago.
It'd be that way.
Are we sure that's Kuma?
Oh?
Kuma
Would it be
2.
anybody else?
Yeah, what do you want about?
What if it's Mr. 2, who can also use mouth laser?
Dude, what a throwback. What if it is Mr. 2?
What if it was Bon Clay?
But how does Bon Clay get a laser ability?
Don't ask questions I don't have the answers
Anybody
to.
can have a laser ability, Devin.
Yeah, he put a laser gun in his
My
mouth.
God, you're right. It could be Lasso the gun dog, too.
Now we're fucking
I don't know
talking,
what
dude.
Jordy's on about. We clearly saw that was Kuma.
Are we sure that's Kuma? Well, considering he had a giant paw on his shirt, he was like 9 feet tall, and he had sunglasses on and shot a laser
and a
out of his
jawline
mouth.
that could break your fucking spine in half.
Yeah.
Because of these events, I just hope that Soga King's bounty like increases significantly just because he landed on a
No. This is the plot twist now. Because Usopp unintentionally assaulted Rosward, Usopp gets a bounty now.
Oh.
Yeah, Soga King's not here. What are you talking about?
Shit, you're right. My God. Just imagine if his like bounty becomes like almost the same as fucking Luffy's because he touched the dragon.
I mean,
just because gravity.
All right, but I think we got pretty much to the end of all of our major topics, unless any of you guys have anything else to add.
Rayleigh was cool.
Rayleigh's cool. He's
Rayleigh's
a cool dude.
very cool.
Silvers is dope.
He's only gonna get cooler.
He pulls that real quick big brain move too. As soon as he walks into the auction house stage, just kind of like glances around at the different clues, and Sherlock Silvers puts it together real quick.
Well, on top of that, I just love the fact that Rayleigh admits why he's there. He's like, yeah, man, I just wanted money. I just need some money.
I just like the only reason he left is because he ran out of booze.
He couldn't sit there anymore because he didn't have anything left to drink.
He's like, man, this place sucks. I don't got no more booze. I'm just sitting here collecting dust. All right, I'm out of here. Let's go, big guy.
The finesse of him being able to pickpocket a noble dude or whoever it was while running. God damn.
Yeah, man. That's it. He's still part pirate after all.
Next week, going to be 400 to 402. Do we have any quotes? I'll be honest, we kind of skimmed over a lot of my quotes this week. The employment office one was one of them.
I mean,
I ain't got nothing.
There was too much happening to keep track of specific quotes. It was more about the action than about the dialogue, really.
I've got two. The first one is in the first episode, where everyone is finally reconvened in the auction house.
I think I fractured my spine.
Drink this.
That's right, I forgot. Milk patches me right up since I'm all bones. Goodness, no! Yes! Viva calcium!
It is finally confirmed that Bony Boy Brook can heal with milk. He goes, oh, that's right. Milk heals me since I'm all bones.
You love that slapstick Chopper slide it. He's like, here, drink this. You'll be fine.
It's so good. It's so good. I loved it.
God damn it,
the
Chopper.
Vindication. The other thing was when the three supernovas walk out and they're bickering about who's gonna fight the Marines outside, who's gonna protect who, and Kid's like, I'm gonna do it, and then Luffy just goes, no, I'm doing it, and he runs off and he starts using his power, and I think it was Law says it first, or maybe it was Kid. I think Kid says it first. He goes, he can stretch, and then Law next to him goes, what kind of weird power is that?
Don't either of you do anything. You'll just get in the way.
Don't you dare put your damn hand in my face.
Leave it to me! Come from fingernail!
He can stretch.
Guess so. What kind of power is that?
Dude, you're literally holding someone's head in your hand right now. And he's alive still.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he feels his body on fire over there.
How the heck are you talking?
I don't really know, but my body feels hot for some reason.
There's a headless body running around on fire.
Help! I'm burning up and it hurts!
But how can you even feel it?
I do like that in this instance when these three goons are like, big fighting. I hope this doesn't feel like a spoiler, but I think we can determine that all three of them have what's called a paramecia, where you have a power that's just like a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa! Why?
I don't think that's a far cry.
Dubstep Justin.
How do you know the law has a devil fruit? What if this is just some weird One Piece magic, huh?
Why did Justin sound like Crash Bandicoot going?
Whoa!
You do be sounding
That's the
like
real
that,
question.
I think
God, I missed that meme, dude. That was a great meme. That era was so good. That one in Shooting Stars, man. Bring that shit back, please.
Oh man.
I need more of that
I think
crap in my life.
the most argument you could make is for kids' magnetism being like maybe a Logia, but he doesn't actively transform.
How is he going to turn into magnetism?
I'm pulling a U here, Justin, and trying to play devil's advocate for some reason.
You baited him. Look at what you did.
You did this to me. You did this. I will say, at first, I was because they show like sparks coming off of kids' fingers, that maybe he had some kind of static power instead. Like he was gonna have like it was gonna be kind of more electricity based, but they were gonna spin it as like static effect, and so
shock.
He could like
it'd be like same vein, same family,
like
like
he
the
could
Thunder
put things
Fruit.
together using static electricity instead of just straight up magnetism with metal, that
I
kind
can't
of.
wait to see him use a trash can lid to fly around and save the city.
Superhero static shock.
Eustace Kid.
Eustace Kid.
Or Captain Kid, either way.
We take either. No, but I was just saying, I like that the fact that these three goons are like looking at each other like, man, you guys all have weird powers. They all have weird powers.
They all have very weird powers.
I saw these episodes a while back. That's what I was saying when I was watching these. I'm like, okay, first of all, Kid has like the most normal power out of the three of you.
Yeah, he does.
Second of all, what the Law has no leg to stand on. He has objectively the weirdest power
out of the three of them, for sure.
He's like, that's weird, bro. You got fucking.
And Kid is the one over here going like he reaffirms it afterwards too. I think because Luffy does another thing later, maybe like the net or whatever it is.
Luffy's like, you guys got weird powers, and then Kid's like, dude, yours is definitely the
yours
weirdest.
is clearly the weirdest. And Luffy's just standing there with the blank monkey look on his face, going, "Really? I don't. All right, I guess
it's kind of fine. Like,
he's like, I'm fine with it. I'm cool. I'm chilling."
Yeah, like
and Law's still just sitting there, bouncing his head on
this
up and down.
Poor Marine, bro. He's been going through.
Dude, he literally spent like 5 minutes like kick flipping this dude's head in his hands.
Yeah,
imagine he just kept it.
Oh my god!
He wore that shit around the waist. Like, what's that dude's name from the God of War game?
No, the guy's head.
What was the dude's name?
Atreus.
What was it, Jordy? Do you remember?
Atreus.
No,
that's his son.
The head he wears around
Loki.
it. All right, never mind.
No, oh my god.
Malmuth? No.
Head from God of War.
Well, because Kratos literally always calls him Head. So annoying. Like Quiet Head.
Yeah, I knew it was like an M or something. It was Mimir.
Yeah.
Mimir.
I knew it was an M. Mimir.
We already said next week's 400 forward. Oh, we're on quotes. Oh, gee, I got lost, dude.
It sounded like we were done with quotes. Everybody relinquished their quotes.
I didn't have anything. You didn't have anything. Christian, I think you said you had 2 quotes. I don't know if you even said both.
Yeah, and I said them both.
All right.
I didn't say my quotes.
Oh, you've got something, Jordy?
No, I don't.
No, Dylan, cut that.
All right. Damn it. This week's Golden Ham goes to...
This one, I think we should have. I feel like there would be different answers here. That's what I'm expecting, at least.
I want it to go to Kid because of the fucking metal Luffy punch. I just want the fists, actually.
Yeah, can we nominate the Golden Ham as just that panel where they're both throwing a giant punch?
Yeah, their team up move.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And I think each of them use a different arm, right? Like Kid uses his right and Luffy uses his left, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that energy.
So everybody's just agreeing on the Kid train, huh?
If you babies can't handle a few Marines, then sit here while I show you how a real man takes care of things.
You're not getting Law.
Law's
like
off
Kid,
the table.
Dude, like,
You didn't know I was going to say Law? You don't know
I
that?
know damn well you're going to say Law.
No, I was going to say Zoro. Shut up.
I want to let the record show that I appreciate Kid, Law, and Luffy, but I have always been a bit of a Kid stan for since
You're
ever.
wild.
So, I've always been.
I
a Kid
feel like that's
stan,
like the most. I feel like
Man.
since the dawn of One Piece, that is like the loneliest camp to be in up until like recently.
Anyway, where's that fucking bag? Somebody bust it out.
The bag fell on the floor, and every single envelope was IQ. I just read.
It was
what I
rigged
saw
from the start.
It was rigged from the start.
Gee, I wonder who fucking did it.
Yeah, it was always rigged. I'm gonna just start because fuck all you guys. Law separates men. Kid attracts and expels things. Luffy stretched and shrank. There we go. That's my.
Damn, should have used that for the summary.
Fuck off.
Thank you very much.
Small, compact, easy to carry. You find that at your local Home Depot. $10.99.
That's a
Comes
steal.
with a handle,
That's
case,
that's a deal and a half, dude.
2 chargers, and an extra battery.
Wait,
$10.99?
2 chargers?
Wait, 2
Extra
chargers.
battery? Holy mother, I got
$10.99?
Anyway, who's next?
Fuck you, I'm going next.
All right.
so much like aggressive energy. I feel like it's on brand.
Fuck
maybe.
you.
That is great.
Supernova Law. The doctor will see you now. Join me in my room.
The second you said Supernova Law, I thought of the fucking what's the song where it goes like Fergalicious Deafened. I was like,
You mean Fergalicious?
I think it was like,
Supernova
the
Law.
song is actually called Fergalicious.
Supernova Law. That's all I could think of for whatever reason.
Damn, Fergalicious is only 4 syllables.
It's either me or you. Who you want? You want to go first? You want to go last?
You hang up first.
Okay. Supernovas go. Little fish about to blow. Fortnite Buffalo.
Ooh, well
That was
rhyme.
really good.
That was really good, but I did not appreciate the visceral imagery in the first 2
Oh
lines.
my god, dude, that was actually fire as fuck. I'm a snap. I don't even care if we're snapping anymore. That's a snap-worthy fucking IQ, dude.
Poor Kami, bro.
Poor
about to
Kami
blow.
indeed. But luckily, the mermaid is saved and the big guns are blazing. But what did it cost? If I had a 4th line, I would say everything, but I don't.
Yeah, that one kind of ends like with a cliffhanger. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it leaves you
need
wanting
you need
more.
the end game. Yeah, that's the Infinity War haiku. You need the end game haiku to finish it off.
You need to buy your DLC for.
Buy
Come
the
back,
battle
come
pass.
back in 3 months when we do Haikyuu again, and it starts with everything. And then I somehow come up with 2 more lines and 2 other syllables.
Oh fucking god!
You better write that down.
I won't.
He won't. Absolutely,
I
won't.
lied.
All right. I think that about does it.
Anyway.
Jordy, where's your haiku?
Oh right, Jordy's here.
My coffee got cold. I didn't plan to be here. Children drink water.
We appreciate it.
What? You were the one begging him to come on today.
I bet like he was barely here.
And that's what that was what I said. And you said no.
I said it was going to be this way.
No.
Jordy, I appreciate you being here.
You're not welcome. I should have gone to bed.
You should have gone to bed. I don't know why you're here.
You should have just stayed in the text chat like you've been doing. You just silently typed at us from the sidelines.
Out here wasting audio file.
That's it, kids.
Anyway, to the audience, we just want you to know that we truly appreciate Jordy. He be a busy boy. The busy boy with his brand new space. He's just got to pimp it out first.
Anyways, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Panda Sightings. You can also send us emails at pandasightings@gmail.com. I just felt like interrupting you.
Okay.
Good.
We love Justin too. I love you, Justin.
I love you too, BB.